Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. Today, we're going to be talking about these guys. These are aphids. Every season, there's that one bug. This season is aphids. So I'm testing out different things to see what I can do to deal with this aphid issue before it becomes a serious full-blown problem. Let me show you what I mean about full-blown problem. I was out here the other day and my plant looked fine. It was beautiful. The leaves were beautiful and full. And now I come out and there's aphids all over. It's infested with aphids. There's tons of them on this. You can see the root is huge. This is the China rose radish, and it usually grows into like a big old tree, and it was getting there. And then these aphids just started attacking it. I don't think that the root is affected. I think just the leaves. So I'm gonna try some things to get rid of these aphids. There are certain things growing in my garden that I've not seen any bugs attack. One of them is onion. My onions, even though that radish is being attacked and these other radishes have aphids on them as well, the aphids are not messing with these onions. Oh look, there's a ladybug. Well, I'm glad to see the ladybug here because the ladybug can help out with these aphids. And that's probably why it's here. But anyway, so I am making a spray using onion. And I'm going to spray it on this guy. And I'm going to see if it'll help with those aphids. I'm still going to cut all the leaves off and let it sprout new leaves and stuff, because that is the best method to get rid of them. But I just want to experiment while I have a whole bunch of them infesting one plant and see what happens. So test number one, onions. We'll see what happens. So this is my little onion concoction. I just took one of the onions out of my yard and cut it into quarters, and then cut the green parts too. I've just been soaking them in this water so that the juices from the onion can get into the water. And then I'm just gonna strain the water out and add it to a water bottle and use it on my plant outside. It wasn't until after, when I'm about to shut off the recording, that I realized I never even pushed the record button. So you guys, I already sprayed it. This is onion water that I had mixed in the house, and I already sprayed the plant. I'll spray it some more so you can see that I'm using it. These aphids just started falling off, and the spray is not a particularly harsh or hard spray. It's a soft spray, but I already sprayed it. Had a whole conversation with you that you never even knew about or heard because I didn't hit the record button. Oh gosh, I must be really, really tired right now. You can see where the water beaded up on here. Like I said, when you guys weren't hearing it, it's kind of windy right now, so it will, everything will dry pretty fast. I waited until it was evening, early evening, so that the sun wouldn't be beating on it and dry it out. I want the onion water to stay. I don't see a lot of movement from the aphids on here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna spray that weed that I showed you guys that they were congregated on. And we'll see how they like that. Sunny is out here with me. This is a cat who knows about spray bottles. Let me tell you, when he was a little baby, that's how I trained him. Watch his reaction. Look, he knows. Look. He knows about the spray bottle. That's how he was trained when he was smaller. It's funny how he squints up his little eyes because he don't want to be sprayed in the face. I'm not going to spray him because he didn't do anything wrong, but look at his eyes. Okay, let me get back to work. There's Kitty. He's walking around me. So my hope is that the aphids will not like the smell or taste or whatever of that water and just go away. That's my hope. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but they came off easier than just using the water hose, because with the water hose I have to use such force to get them off. They just started dropping off with that little bit of light spray that I did. Anyways, I'm showing you guys this sorghum while I'm talking about aphids. This is that sorghum that I grew. I'm not taking it out. It's been here now 3 seasons. It's been here and it survived the winter. You can see where it's green down at the bottom. This part right here is just all left over from that I didn't cut off this time, but it's still alive. I never knew sorghum to be a perennial, but here, this particular plant is a perennial because it just keeps on growing no matter the cold, the heat, doesn't matter. It just keeps on growing, so I'm happy for it. Okay, so these are the aphids that I was showing you earlier that are on this weed here. I'm gonna spray them. Look at them just falling. They do not like this onion water. Look at them just falling off. A lot of them fell off. Look at him. Oh, here comes Buddy. He had to announce himself, huh, Kitty? And you guys look, there's not as many. aphids on here as there was yesterday. And as you saw from the clip prior to this clip, this morning when I came out, I saw tons of aphids just flying off of this plant. So I'm just gonna douse it some more with this onion water, and we'll see what happens. My hope is that the plant will start to recover from this attack. I know it will, I think, because the root down here is not affected by the aphids, just the leaves. So maybe it, but I do want to see if the aphids just all vacate and leave too because of the spray. And if so, then I'm going to be spraying everything in my garden with onion water. So I'm going to try and get in between in this little nook back here. You can see there's a lot of them in there. I'm going to try and get back in there to get to them even more so. Okay, you guys, the wind is going to be an issue, I'm sure. But I just wanted to jump on here to show you guys the latest development. Look at all these aphids on these plants here. So they all came up in this one. And now they invaded these other plants that I hadn't sprayed. I should have sprayed these other plants with the onion spray ahead of time. I'm trying to get it in get my shadow out the way. That way you guys can see. There's just so many aphids now on these other plants that it's just crazy. They all flew off of that other one, and now they're starting to overtake this one because they don't like that onion. And then let me show you. Get my shadow out of the way. Okay, so they're still in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squirt these off as best I can, as many as I can, and then I'm gonna come back in and spray it with the onion water and see what happens, what if they stay off or what happens from that. Okay, so I've been out here in the front working on getting these weeds out of this bed. I got those taken out the other day, but now I'm trying to get them all picked up. This is not even half of it that I pulled out of there. It was a lot more. I filled up my trash can. But I wanted to show you guys something. These onions are so pretty. I like how they're all gnarly. Look at this one. It's all wrapped around and curled up. But anyways, I wanted to show you this. Look at this. Now you guys remember when I planted this? I planted this over a year ago. This will be its second spring season. Its second winter. I didn't even harvest. Oh, I did harvest. I think I harvested the head off of this one. Let me see. Oh, I did. You can see down there where I chopped it. And it just grew back as this broccoli. And it even put on some florets. I tried to get rid of it, but I didn't pull the roots out. And this is what happens. It grows back and it stays. All of these leaves are edible. I could harvest those and cook those up. But I'm just gonna leave him. He wanted to grow, I'm gonna let him grow. Pulled everything else except for these onions. All the onions I'm keeping in there. I'm using them too, eating them. That's why I don't want to pull them all out. But you can see right here where I stopped pulling out weeds. There's still this weed right here I need to get out. And this tree that's growing up right here has real deep roots. I think it's from it was a seedling from my elm tree over there. And then more weeds over here and onions that I need to go through. And look at this radish. This is one of those giant radishes that I grow, like what's in that other bed over there. And he started putting on seed pods. See, here's some seed pods up here. These seed pods are so delicious. That's the part I like the most about radishes, are their seed pods. Because they taste good. Oh my goodness. And it's sweet too. It's sweet. It has that pungent radish taste right now. And an aftertaste of heat. A spiciness. Anyways, I gotta get all these out. This is my sugar cane. It died off and it came back. This is the plant that I got those other segments from that I rooted, that's in the pots over there. I'm gonna leave these flowers in here because they're pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna end up pulling this radish out and giving it to my chickens. Because even though the bees love him and he's flowering, I do not want him to continue to grow here because it's just not a good spot. So I'm gonna pull him out and give him to the chickens. I've been going around and collecting, digging up all these volunteer sunflowers and potting them up. So I even worked in this bed a little bit, pulled out the big weeds that was in here. That's the pile that's over here. Pulled all those out. I had to pull out this dry grass, dead grass, but other than that, this one is good to go. I got strawberries in here. Let me show you. And they have strawberries ripening on there. Look at that. So, and then my tulips just randomly popped up. Not all of them popped up because I haven't been watering this part of the yard, because it's just it's hard to get up all these weeds when the dirt is soft, for one, and for two, every time it waters it just starts new weed seeds in here. It makes me have to work more. But yeah, and then I added some solar lights out here. I was gonna wait until I had the yard all fixed and finished, but I went on ahead and bought these from my local Harbor Freight. It was 4 of them in a box for $10. And I like the way they look at night. But yeah, I got that other side cleared as best I could of all the weeds. Let me show you one more thing. I've got little cherry plums on my ornamental plum here. There's a few of them. There's not as many as there was last season. Last year it was just full of little fruits. But this year it's not as many. It's only a few here and there. But gonna try these and taste them this time. And here's a little update for you. Look at this, the aphids that I squirted off. And then I sprayed this with that onion water. The aphids mostly stayed gone. They're not like how they were before, that's for sure. But look over here. All of them are on these plants right here. You can see them all down that stem on this one. And look, they're all on this weed right here. Well, it's not a weed, it's a radish that flowered. They're all congregated on here. And there's a lot of them down there, on there. They're just everywhere else but over there. I think that's good. I'm gonna keep working on it. Okay, so it's the next day. I did spray this plant off with the water hose to get some more of the aphids off. And yesterday, that's all I did. I didn't come back out and spray it again with the onion spray. And as you can see, there's aphids flying around. Aphids that have come back onto here. So I am gonna spray with the onion spray and let that do its thing. So we'll just see what happens. I'll come back out. I think pretty much though, I can definitely say that the onion water helps to keep them. They don't like it. Immediately once I put it on there, they were flying off once it dried up. They don't like the, whatever it is, the smell, I don't know what it is about the onion water. They don't like it. So that is something that I started spraying on some of my other seedlings and stuff because the aphids were attacking them. I definitely will be spraying a lot more of my plants with this onion water because they don't like it. I see some healthy leaves though that I couldn't see before because the aphids was all over it. Like this leaf right here. See, that looks good. So I'm gonna take off all these bigger, lower leaves. And I'm gonna leave just a few of the leaves that still look pretty good so that it can hopefully recover. And I will show you guys in future videos, update you on what is going on with this plant and show you what eventually happens with it. But I think I can honestly say that the onion water works good. And I am going to be spraying it all over. All over. And I'm going to try other things too, not just the onion water. I've been reading on marigolds and how bugs don't like whatever chemical makeup they have in them. So I'm going to try using marigold spray. I'm going to try using garlic and water spray and celery spray just to see which ones work better, and then know for sure that once I discover whichever ones work the best, that's what I'm going to be spraying my whole garden in because it's natural and it's not going to hurt. Whew. I'm standing here talking to you guys and clouds of these aphids are flying right at my face. But I am definitely going to be spraying my whole garden because this year the aphids are really bad, and I don't want to lose a lot of my plants because of aphids this time. Usually I just let the aphids have whatever they are consuming, and you know, I don't like to spray any chemicals or anything like that. I like to keep it all natural. So if I can keep it all natural by making these sprays with using either marigold or onion or garlic, then that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these aphids are flying off of this big radish as I'm speaking. They're evacuating. And a lot of them. So I'm very happy with this turnout. I love it. Anytime I don't have to use a chemical in my garden, I'm happy. Oh, look at, there's a bee. He just flew right on up over there and flew off. And I like seeing that the bees aren't hurt by this either. Okay, so I cleaned off all those leaves, and I left a few on here still that looked decent, and sprayed it now with onion spray. So we'll see. But look at the size of that root. And that is a radish, you guys. Those are these giant radish that looks like trees that I'm always growing. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, God bless.